In 3, 2, 1. Oh,
Stop,
blast
stop,
off.
stop. We're done.
We're done with the countdown. Too bad. It's already here. How's it going this morning, Blue?
I'm doing good, darling. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Except for the rain, I'm doing good.
It's one less job. You don't have to do the watering.
I know. No watering, so that's good. And then the plants will look super
Oh
happy,
yeah.
but they really need some sunshine.
Well,
I
there's
know.
that too.
Yeah, they really want some sunshine. So, oh,
Yeah.
there's Miss Annie popping in. Good morning.
Hello.
How are you, my dear suburban
Oh,
hillbilly? Good morning. Good
hello.
morning. Good morning. 9 Acre Family Farms. Good morning.
Hello.
Hashtag body by overalls. Vase
Nice
Place.
place. Hi.
That's new. Good morning. I'll have to check that out. I always write down the new ones. So that way
Yeah.
I know Suburban Hillbilly. Hello, enough rain already. It's sloppy out there. And then if you have, property like Suburban Hillbilly and we do, it's clay slop. So it's like walking on
Yeah.
snot. I mean, it's disgusting. If you can just imagine walking on oysters, we'll put it that way. That's a little bit nicer.
Oh. Oh yeah.
That's the
No,
only
I
way
get
to
it.
get it done. So, Vase Place.
Oh, we have a
Okay.
Tiffanino from
Yes,
Madame
good
Mascara.
morning. Good
Hello.
morning. And Miss Brenda,
Hello.
Miss Rita, good morning. Yes, Vase Place. Thank you for the thumbs up, everybody. That would be awesome. We appreciate that.
Slicker and goose grease.
Yes. Yeah. Who said that? Suburban Hillbilly? Yeah, I knew. I knew before I even
Well,
looked who said it. Yeah, it's
tried.
and I'm sure there's going to come a time here shortly where it's just going to be dry, dry, dry.
Yeah.
So, trying to be very grateful for the rain as we get it. And
Yes.
it's filling up our rain tanks because we have
Bonus.
2 IBC tanks that are like 260 gallons a piece.
Yeah.
That have downspouts off the back of our
Mm-hmm.
carport. And yeah, they're full. They're both full from last 4 days.
Wow.
Yes.
That's awesome.
So that'll take us through the drought periods because your plants they like that rainwater better than
Yes, they do. They absolutely do.
chlorinated
And I have
stuff.
to admit, our front garden has gone ballistic.
Has it? Oh, I'm
Yeah.
so excited. Are you going to do a garden update soon?
I will be doing soon. I will
Yes.
be doing soon, but I haven't really been able to get out there this week
Yeah.
because my cat tried to kill me.
Oh, your cat tried to kill you?
She tried to kill me.
Oh my
Yep.
gosh, that is not. I'm sorry, Dale. Yes, Dale is saying, quit complaining. Some of us can't get any rain.
Oh, bless.
Can't beg for rain. I know. I'm sorry. I just, it's one or the other, right? I mean,
Yeah, huh?
either you're too
Yeah,
dry or you're too wet. There's not a good mix of both. But
that's it. That's
so
absolutely right.
I'm sorry, Dale. If I could bring it to you on a silver platter, I would.
Yeah. No, I have to admit that I really wish that I'd had the camera set up to film the room at the time that the cat did what she did.
Yeah. Good morning,
Yeah.
Heartland HQ with Deacon.
Hey,
Hey,
and
how are
Simply
you?
Jen.
I just subbed to you last night. I think I subbed to you also from Not for Nothing Homestead and Muddin' for Nothing.
Woo.
I know. So you got a twofer.
Yeah. Huh?
Oh, yes. So what happened with the cat?
Okay, so I was trying to film something.
Simply Jan's in
And
too, real quick. Hey, Jan.
hey, Dan.
Oh, and by the way, everybody, I set this up for 10 p.m. and Blue and I were talking, and I was like, I wonder why there's no countdown up there. And then I looked and I was like, oh my gosh, this is supposed to be 10 a.m. So I changed it. So you got like a 3-minute notification. So if anybody wants to share this out that this live is going on, it would be much appreciated, I think. And I'm sorry. That is my horrible not setting it up properly. So go ahead, Blue. I'm sorry.
That's all right, honey. Well, yeah, so I started filming something. I was getting that done, and I needed to change the direction of the camera. And I went round to the other side of the table where my tripod and my camera was set up, and the cat is sitting in that awkward position where you have to lean over them to get to what you need, right?
Yes.
Now, I'm not very good at leaning over things. I tend to be rather top heavy, and I tend to lose balance really easily.
Thank you, Vase Place, very much.
So I went to move my right foot to go over the top of her. At that moment, she decided to move.
Oh.
And so I had to move my right foot very quickly. And what happened was I got my foot caught in a shopping bag. So I had to move my left foot really quickly, which meant I accidentally lifted the cat with my foot.
Uh-oh. Oh my gosh.
So I started to fall. But also the tripod leg was stuck in the black bag that's attached to the wood chipper that was sitting in my dining room. And I had tripod and my really, really good camera that I had to try and save because I was going down. There was nothing was going to stop
She
me.
said, I'm going down, and I
hit the deck. And I hit the deck on my left-hand side on my back, which is where all the problems are, down the left-hand side and in my hip, that hip.
Yeah.
And I went bang, and that was it. Right. And I was stuck there. But at the same time, I had the tripod and my camera wrapped up in my arms like this.
To protect it.
The cat decides at that moment that her job here is done, goes a foot away from my face, and decides to lick her butt.
Oh, okay. She said,
Yeah, my job here is done. Yeah, last time. Right by Mom's face.
Gosh. But are you okay now?
I am okay now. It's taken about a week for me to recover from that because it was a really heavy fall.
Yes.
So, you know, it is. I mean, I can laugh at it. I can laugh at it, you know, because yeah, at the time I wasn't laughing.
Horrible.
It took me nearly 45 minutes to get off the floor to the other side of the table, which was 5 feet away from where I was.
Oh my gosh. To
get my phone so I could ring Tanny and say to him, I've just had a mega fall.
A mega fall.
I was still sitting on the floor when I said to him, I've had a fall.
Yeah. I've taken a spill.
And he's like, I'm ringing an ambulance. I went, no, you're not. There's no point in ringing an ambulance. There's nothing they can do. There's nothing they're going to do.
Yeah.
I'm just going to be sitting in the ambulance for 8 hours, sitting in the car park of the hospital. Thanks. I can do without that. So I will crawl to the couch while I have you on the phone.
I will crawl.
So there's me on my hands and knees.
Oh my goodness. Oh yes.
We are glad. To the couch.
We're glad
to pull myself up the couch with my phone in my hand. At this point, I've got the tripod just lying on the floor with the camera so that it's in a safe spot.
Yeah.
At the side, and I stayed there for the next 3 hours till he came home.
Oh my gosh. That I get that, you know, just let me sit here a minute, collect my thoughts, decide which body part hurts the most.
Yeah.
And we'll try to favor that one. Now I had something like that happen with my gardening boots on.
Yeah.
And I had been in the garden and it was raining, and we have wooden steps coming up to our porch, and it has a handrail on the left. Well, I went to grab the handrail and step at the same time, and I didn't get the handrail tight enough, and my foot went right across the step because
Ooh.
it was just completely soaked with water.
Yeah.
And let's see, on the way down, I hit my elbow, my wrist, my knee, my thigh, and I landed in a heap at the bottom step. And it's still raining. And I was like,
Oh
okay, let me just sit here. I don't even care that it's raining. Let me just sit here for a moment and gather my thoughts and figure out
yeah.
if I can get up. So,
I know it's really scary when that stuff happens, and it's like, you know, I'll have I usually have like 2 or 3 falls a week, okay, but
oh,
it's usually due to the fact that I've been standing for too long, and then my back compresses, and instead of compressing outwards, my back actually compresses inwards,
ouch.
so it starts to compress on my spinal cord. So if it
Oh,
goes, that's because my legs go because there's no feeling to my legs, there's no
yeah,
signal. So
yeah,
normally I'm okay
yeah,
because I don't feel it.
yeah.
I'm just sitting there going, oh well, that was fun.
I'm going to remember this later and tell everybody. I don't know if you saw what Suburban Hillbilly said. We'll catch up on chat here.
Yeah.
She said, I can't even blame my cats. I caught my toes on a steel stool, at least one broken toe, maybe 2. And the fop on my foot is a lovely shade of the top of my foot is a lovely shade of purple. Hubby is out of town, so can't stay off of it. Oh my gosh,
Oh,
I know. And
honey.
you just kind of gotta dig deep and say, you know what? Darn it, I gotta do what I gotta do, even though it's not gonna be fun. I'll find
Yeah.
a stick and figure it out, try to hobble along with a stick.
Yeah. But
So we
see,
have
that's the thing. You know, it's those moments that you suddenly think, hang on a second, what am I gonna do here? And
yeah,
it's which I think all of us who do self-sufficiency and homesteading to any degree have those moments that we need to get ready for, because we need to have a plan of what to do, because the chances
yes,
when stuff like that happens, there's never anyone around.
no, darn
You
it,
know,
never, yeah.
never anyone around, you know.
So
So it's really important to go, okay, well, you have to have a plan.
yeah, what am I gonna do? Because
Yeah,
I'm
what
here
am I
by
going to do if
myself.
this happens? Yeah,
Yeah, and
yeah,
Simply Jan said the domino effect. So
yes,
yes, it is. It just go,
yes,
and then you just have to go with it and watch them all fall in a row because you know how it's going to
yeah.
end with you
And
on
then
the
you
ground.
realize you're the biggest domino of all of them. Do you know what I mean?
We got a lot of people saying hello to each other.
Awesome.
Oh my, said Heartland. Um, yeah, 9 Acre Family Farm said it's going down for real.
Oh
Yes,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
That's what you say after you say a couple of profanities that you
yeah.
then you
There were some
immediately
words
say, "Oh,
said.
I'm sorry for my foul mouth," but
There were definitely some words said, and I'm
yes,
pretty sure the neighbors heard, because you know there were people walking past us. Went, did you hear that?
yeah,
You know, you could hear their conversation outside because the windows are open. It's hot, you know.
yeah.
But you know,
Should we go check on that lady, or should we just
yeah,
leave her be?
she doesn't sound very happy in there. No,
Yeah,
like no, I'm not.
yes, exactly. Oh my gosh, lots of people
But
say
no
good
one really
morning.
had the bottle to come and knock on the door and see if anything was going on. So
Right, right. Heartland said, "Glad you're okay."
thank
So,
you, honey. Yeah, I'm all right. I mean, like, look, seriously,
and
I'm
so
quite
did
grateful
Brenda.
I've got a bit of meat on my bones, because it means that I bounce a little bit better. I mean, like, I don't bounce as well as I used to bounce
Okay, Blue,
because there's
I'm not.
parts
I'm
on the
laughing
inside
at
that
the
are a bit
visual.
broken, but you know, I tend to bounce a lot better than I used to. But yeah.
I'm just laughing at the visual, and I see what you're saying. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. You are so fun.
Oh,
Oh, Rena's
it
in.
is
Hey, Rena,
fun.
she's driving. She said, I'm
Hey,
driving.
Rena.
Yes.
So the Colorado History Camp. How exciting. Where's Mr.
The what
Caesar's in the house?
is he? Hello.
Yes.
Our new land. Good morning, Devin and Ryan.
Hey, Devin.
Yes. I watched I think it was Ryan's video 2 days ago where he was like it was like part 2 of Crying in the Wheat Field. That was pretty awesome. But he wasn't well, I'm not going to give it away. I'm not going to give it away. You have to go watch it and know their story. It is absolutely amazing. You will and get a box of tissue and it's going to be a good cry. It's going to be a good cry. It is an amazing story. So good morning to you if it's Devin or Ryan. Or both.
We've got a new person in here. We've got Valley Parks is here.
Valley Parks.
Hello.
Well, good morning. Good morning.
I've got to admit, I love this channel name, Piggy's Pedals.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Isn't that so funny? They started coming in on the Thursday night Homestead Hangout. And that's how we got to know them, I think, through White Rock Nation or or Gillum Farms. I don't know. But we've kind of all connected now. So that's awesome that he's here.
That's very cool. I do love that name, though. I really do.
That is awesome. Now, what was the other? I'm trying to get down to the bottom. Oh, currently a hobby and say bad words, says Suburban Hillbilly. Yes.
I hear you, honey. I hear you. Yep.
Yes. The bad words, they come very easily when something like that happens.
The boys got telling off the day before yesterday for that. The boys got a telling off the day before yesterday when I was making dinner because they were like, well, you could ask for help. And I said, well, you do know you've got arms, legs, and eyeballs, right?
Yeah. And you can see as well as I can. Valley Parks, I am writing down your name as well so I can connect with you when we're done here. That's kind of what we do. And please feel free to connect with everybody. And just make some new friends because that's how it happens. That's how we got Piggy's Fiddles in here. From Northern Life. So that's awesome. And Heartland. Heartland HQ. That's how we got to be
just for the name, if nothing else. Seriously.
Yes.
that is just genius. I love it.
I love it. So many people want to steal that name. You're not the first that's wanted to steal that name.
I don't want to steal it. I love it.
And they did say she bounces. Oh, so she's Tigger.
I'm close to being Pooh Bear, darling.
Ka-doing.
Yeah.
Now I'm down to where Mr. C.
Big, squishy, face in a pot of honey, and quite easily bounceable downstairs. Yep.
You are very welcome, our new land. It really is. I will reiterate, it really is a great story. I'm not giving it away. I want to give it away so bad, you can tell, but you're gonna love it. Yes, thank you, Jan. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up, please.
Yes.
And usually on Craft and Chat, we have some crafts to show. Yes. And some other things to crafty to talk about. And this morning, we don't have any pictures.
No, because yours are slackers and you haven't sent us anything. I mean, like, seriously, what do you expect us to do the work as well? I mean, like, seriously, what are you asking from us?
What do you want from me? Okay. I don't know who you think you're talking to. No, my horrible Italian accent again. I'm the godmother. No, I'm kidding. Oh, goodness. But so this morning we're just talking. Talking about what everybody else, whatever you want to talk about.
Yeah.
Oh, did you just say hi to Makeup Mom and Son?
I did say hello to Makeup Mom and Son.
How are you?
Hello.
Here in the background at work. Okay, well.
Bless ya.
sorry you're at work, but hopefully you'll get a laugh or two out of me and Blue. So thank you for coming in. We appreciate everybody being here. That's awesome. So yeah, if anybody does have any crafts or anything that they want to share pictures of, you are welcome to send them to mine and Blue's email. It's listed in the
Yes.
description box, and we'll feature it on next week's Craft and
Yes,
Chat
we will.
on Blue's channel. But for today, we'll just talk about what you guys want to talk about.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I want to apologize for my hands, though, because I've just spent the morning out in the garden with Bam.
oh, do not apologize for that, girl.
So I'm covered in what looks like newsprint. It's not. It's super
Dirt.
soil.
Oh, super soil.
Super soil.
You got it jacked up on something?
Yeah, it's freeze-dried microbes.
Oh, okay.
Freeze-dried microbes for your soil. So it's all really, really good stuff in a little packet.
Yeah.
You get it like a kilo packet, which is like a 2-pound packet. I think it's 2-pound. That does a whole acre of land.
Oh, wow.
All right. So it's amazing stuff. And it just literally turns around the worst soil into the best soil.
Oh,
all of a sudden. Yeah, it's awesome stuff. So yeah, I'm covered in it because it literally, like, I've got to get in there with a little tiny scoop to get it out, to put it in the watering can, and yes, I'm just covered in freeze-dried microbes.
Vase Place said, I homestead in my apartment.
Nice.
That is awesome.
That is fantastic.
Good. Yes. Our daughter has a very small backyard, and when I say small, because she lives in a neighborhood, but each house is like right next to each other, and they only have a very small area to work with.
Yeah.
And part of it was a concrete pad that was already poured, so it's like they have a little on this side of it, a little on this side of it, and then like a square over here open and a little one over here.
Wow.
And she is doing all kinds of stuff in pots. So I'm sure that that's the same way that Vase Place is doing it. Those vertical planters, those green stalks, that's what they're called. Those are wonderful for that. I mean, you can do, each level can be something different. Just make sure that they're, plants that grow well together. And they even have the deep pocket green stalks where you can grow like root vegetables, like beets, potatoes.
Yeah.
So that's pretty awesome.
Yeah. And if you don't have a green stalk and you're poor like me, you get some old Coke bottles or soft drink bottles and you cut a big square out of them and then you put them together like a ladder with some rope or string or whatever and use those because that works just as well.
Oh, our new land wants to know, what's the name of the freeze-dried microbes you're using?
It's called super soil.
Super soil.
And it's from here it's actually from Ireland. And it's a family that puts it together. 2 brothers, I think. And
online?
You can get it online.
Okay. Do you get it at Amazon or?
No, you have to get it from them. However, I do happen to know, just that they are looking for people, for salespeople. So
you have what now?
They are looking for salespeople, sales reps in certain areas. So it might be worth having a chat to the boys and seeing what you might be able to come up with, because you might be able to get a little bit of a side hustle going on.
There you go. Yes.
Yeah.
There you go. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Sounds good. So is it just like supersoil.com? Is that where they
hang on a second. Let me just get it up.
Okay. If you can pop it in there. Slap a raised bed on that concrete. It won't need as much water as individual pots. That's actually a pretty good idea.
All right. I'm just going to have to pop over to that other thing because I can't comment on.
She said, yes. Yes, I have a green stalk and a few pots. The one I have, I can grow carrots and potatoes. That is awesome. Piggy's Piddle says they have one of those green stalks. Haven't been able to use it. So you haven't been able to use it because of external forces that mess with stuff. Hope to one day have a place where we can do all that. Yes.
Yes.
Drop off is complete.
Yes.
So
there you go. And they are doing global shipping.
Oh, did you put it in the chat?
I did. I put it in the chat. See? Ta-da!
There you go. Look, I put it on the screen. Yay, me!
Yay!
I learned something.
But it is amazing, amazing stuff. And what these guys have managed to achieve is I can't even express to you what a game changer this stuff is for soil health.
Yeah.
It's amazing. But I've also found a guy here in York who sells spent mushroom compost.
Oh.
I think he actually has like a mushroom farm in like a tent or something, or in his basement. I don't know. But because he seems to get quite a lot of it. So I'm getting a whole heap of that onto my front beds in the next couple of weeks. So
that's awesome. We have Tuber Chat in the house.
We do have Tuber Chat. Hello.
Yes. Good morning, Kevin. Are you walking on your treadmill and listening at the same time?
Yeah.
Yes. Good morning. Thank you for coming in. We appreciate that. Kevin is awesome as well. He and Scratch and Peak PA, I met them through Tuber Chat. Actually, I met our new land in Tuber Chat. Is that not? See, that's
really cool.
Connection. Yes.
Yeah.
So if you haven't checked out Tuber Chat, you really need to go check out Tuber Chat, Connect and Grow. I'll put it right up there as they're saying hello to Vay's place. So they probably see a few people in here and they're like, wow, I know that person. I know that person. Yes, I've connected to a lot of these people through Tuber Chat too.
That's awesome. That is very, very cool.
Now, Suburban Hillbilly says that she has has been thinking about one of those green stalks and keeps talking herself out of it.
Stop
Probably
talking yourself out of it.
Outdoor space. That's when I was back and forth and having that battle as well. It was the same thing. I have so much land out here. Just go plant out there. But you fight forces, and when you have something in a confined place, you can control everything a little bit better. So that's what finally gave in my mind. Suburban Hillbilly. Yes. Artie Lynn says, that's right. That is where I met. Actually, I think I met Makeup Mom and Son in Tuber Chat too, who is also in here. Oh my gosh, this is so funny.
Nice.
So funny. Oh, what now? I see this comment. She said I dusted my tomato roots with, what is that?
Mycorrhizal fungi.
Yeah, say that again.
Mycorrhizal fungi.
Yeah. Okay.
Mycorrhizal fungi. Yeah.
What she said.
Yeah.
The growth has been amazing. Oh, wow.
Yeah. I was actually watching a documentary about fungi today, and about, what it does for people. Yes. Very good.
That rabbit poo.
I'm not allowed to have bunnies.
No, but you could find somebody that raises them and say, I want your bunny poop.
I'm thinking about putting a message out on Facebook and saying, anyone with bunny poop or guinea pig poop, can I have it, please?
Yes.
But we'll just say, like last year we got some guinea pig poop because friends of ours were looking after some guinea pigs. So we got that. So that was really cool. But yeah.
I think Heartland is taken off. Thank you very much for stopping in. We greatly appreciate it. Yes. Thank you.
Yeah.
Makeup Mom and Son said, I haven't done anything yet with my garden. I started, but then fractured my rib. Oh my goodness. I can still grow something this year. It is never too late
It's never too late. You can grow year round. Even if you're like 12 foot in snow, you can still grow something indoors. So it's never, never, never too late. Okay, don't worry about that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, what is that?
QUY. Hang on, I've got CUY. Okay, guinea pigs. Guinea pig. Okay, so it's guinea pig poop. It's the same as bunny. Yes. So she raises guinea pigs and quail in her bedroom of her apartment. Yes.
Wow. There you go.
Interesting.
Yes, you have ready-made fertilizer right there.
That's it.
The fungi supercharges the roots.
Yes.
It really is.
It's amazing stuff. Yeah. Did you know that every footstep you take on the ground, there are 300 miles of mycorrhizal fungi under each footstep?
So I could just rub my tomato roots on my shoe, the bottom of my shoe.
I mean, but that's what is amazing. And fungus aren't a plant. They're not a plant, and they're not an animal. They're somewhere in between.
Okay.
But no one can figure out what. They're a completely different entity on their own. Seriously, I watched this documentary this morning, and it just blew my mind.
And it just so happened we've gone down this road now.
We have. Funny. So yeah, I was absolutely shocked.
Give me the poop and no one gets hurt. I love that.
There are 150 million different sorts of fungi, and not all of them have been collated yet. They're finding new ones every single day.
Oh, wow.
That's more than how many plants are on the planet.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And you get it in like a powder form and you dust the bottoms of the roots of your plants?
Mycorrhizal fungi, that comes as a powder. You can get it as a powder, or you can get it in like a compost kind of that's charged with it.
Yeah.
I found like with our front beds, because we did raised beds, because the dirt underneath is actually mostly builders brick crud. It's awful. Let's be honest. It's mostly clay. It's not really good. There's loads of stuff in it. It's not wonderful. So that's why we did the raised beds. And I used cocoa coir because we picked it up really, really cheap last year when they had sales on. So, but I found that I was getting these.
Joe's in the
house. We got these, what they call elf's ears mushrooms coming through.
Yeah.
Now, I'm aware that some forms of elf ear mushrooms are edible, but they do, because they're related to the wood ear mushrooms. Like the black fungus that you get from Chinese cooking and stuff like that. They're related to those. Okay. So they do need a certain type of processing to be able to eat them safely, though.
Yeah.
They're not like naughty ones or anything like that, but they do take some processing. Whether, I can't remember if it's cook them first for several hours and then dry them, or dry them first and then cook them. But I have to look that up. But I just, mushrooms and fungus, absolutely one of the most fascinating life forms on this planet.
Wow.
Yeah, that is absolutely fascinating.
Did you see that from Our New Land?
Oh, Gabe Brown's lecture. Okay, let me write this down.
The 58-minute lecture. Yeah, I'm gonna write that down
too. This video was one that I watched this morning was like nearly 2 hours.
Oh wow. I want to go back and see if I can find that, because that's awesome.
Pen work. I'm an artist and I never have a pen that works.
Annie said a few new channels in the chat tonight. I will have to check them out. I always forget it's nighttime where Annie is. She's probably about ready to go to bed, isn't she?
I would say that she's getting on that way. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
But there's so much, like, that is so good about mushrooms. I mean, like, okay, so this quote that I absolutely love from Terry Pratchett that says, all mushrooms are edible. Some of them you can only eat once.
Okay. This
So
is my
because
question.
what you're eating, in other words.
It kills you?
Yeah.
You're dead? Bye-bye?
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Oh, goodness. Did you see that? Our new man said, but Blue, you would love Gabe's. So we both wrote it down so we can look at that, because I have horrible soil.
Yeah, but it's amazing. I mean, like, our soil, like, coco coir is very acidic. Okay, so you need to do a lot of amendments on it. So it's going to take me a couple of years to get that all balanced out and proper. Yeah. But having the super soil on it, that's really helped a lot. Putting straw on it, that's really helped a lot. Just putting some manufactured poop on there has helped somewhat. So getting the mushroom compost is going to help even more. Just layering it up.
Yes.
Just whatever is gonna help.
It's a new name as well. I've seen her in a couple of chats and in our live. Yeah. I think we met them on Homestead Hangout Thursday night.
Oh, okay. Hi, Sophia.
Hello, Sophia. I'm writing your name down too.
Yeah. Tiff says, and then you're dead.
Yeah, and then you're gone.
Yep. If you're not sure about what mushroom it is, don't eat it.
Yes, exactly. See?
There's mushrooms and then there's shrooms. Yes.
Two different things.
That was another thing that was actually in the documentary, was about psychologists are now looking back into, because during the 50s, 60s, and 70s, they were using a lot of the psychedelics from mushrooms to help people with mental health issues, especially people with PTSD and stuff like that. And they found it really, really worked very well. So now there are places that you can actually go to do this safely. And there's a place in London.
What?
And they've actually found that people who are addicts actually respond better to this treatment, along with the counseling and everything, and tend to stay on the wagon permanently by taking this treatment, then, because it's only like a once a month thing, and it's not huge, it's just like a once a month thing. And they found that they actually stay on the wagon because of the experiences they have whilst on it.
Yeah. I like how you say that, whilst on it.
Yes.
Joe says mushroom compost is the best.
It really, really is.
And
I'm very excited that I found some.
I know that Joe knows, hang on, Jimmy Pickles Peppers. Jimmy Pickles. Oh gosh. Help me, Joe. Help me, Joe. It's Jimmy. I think it's Jimmy Pickles. He has all these different pepper seeds. Well, I saw something on another channel that I watch. It's called Operation Capsation. He does nothing but reviews of hot peppers. He grows a bunch. He will taste test them, actually tell you the hints of what you get when you get that pepper, whether it's like earthy or what it is. So Operation Capsation was growing something called bishop hats.
Yeah.
Well, I wish it wasn't raining, because I saw that, and then Jimmy, I'm going to have to look it up, but I think it's Jimmy Pickles. He sells the seeds. That's where Operation Capsation got. So I got some seeds last year. I have about 15 bishop hat plants that are like this tall now. And I am so excited. I know. And they're so cute because they look like little bishop hats. They're so adorable.
You don't want to know what ones I'm growing.
Oh, gosh. Oh, Annie did say she's laying in bed watching. So
Oh,
we were
bless
right.
her.
She was about ready to go to bed. What? Oh, are you growing? You're growing a bunch. Tiffany
I'm
said
growing Peter Peppers.
you're growing what? Oh,
I'm growing Peter Peppers.
yes, I know. Tanny was not happy with you.
Yeah, Teddy was not happy about that because he's jealous.
Jimmy Pickles. Thank you. Tiffany dropped it in there. Jimmy Pickles pepper
Ah,
seeds. And he always has sales going on. So you can catch a bunch of good stuff.
yeah.
So Biggie Spittles is laughing at you, Blue.
I bet. We've got some new other people coming in. We got Mona did what?
I like how you said that. Carlene is here. She just
She
picked
is.
jalapeno peppers. Did I miss her coming in? Has she been here for a while?
No, she just came in at the same time as Mona did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, hello to both of you. Good morning. I love saying Carlene's last name, Vasseur. See, you're like me. You feel fancy in French when you say it. Vasseur.
Vasseur.
Oh, darling.
I love it. Love it.
Yes.
You know, we mean it in all love, darling. We mean it with all love. Okay. So I'll just say
what? I'm not familiar with that. So I'm going to check that one out too. Oh, I've got lots of new people to check out today.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. The other ones that I was trying to grow is a Welsh variety of chili.
Yeah.
That is developed here in the UK, and it's called Dragon's Breath, and it's supposed to be 8,000 Scoville, which isn't a lot in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah.
Hotter than the California Reaper.
Wait, it's 8,000 more.
Yeah.
Than what the California Reaper is. Wow.
Yeah.
Because we have some California Reapers out here.
Yeah. It's only meant for medicinal purposes. It's only meant for using for medicine, for the capsaicin.
Yeah.
It's been deemed too dangerous for everyday use. I had 7
but there's
seeds,
gonna be somebody out there.
One of them's come up, and I'm gutted. I'm absolutely gutted.
You know, somebody's going to want to start doing that. You know, let me try it. Let me just see if I can.
Well, I want to see if I can get some more seeds and try it again next year. I did just throw them in the greenhouse and go, well, you do you, you know. And that's just pretty much what I've done all year. Is just like, you guys do you.
Survival of the fittest. Yeah. There you go. Who lives? Good deal. Great to have you.
Yeah. And I've got some of those ones, you know, the long ones that are like the sort of Eastern European / Chinese style long red pepper, long red chili.
Yeah.
I've got some of those that I actually saved the seeds from some store-bought ones, and they've grown.
Oh, wow. Nice.
Yeah.
You're going to be getting some of those. Yeah. You know,
well, I better do, but I've got to hack my way through the jungle that has grown in there, which I didn't realize had grown in there because I hadn't actually been able to get out there for the last week. And
because of the cat.
Yeah. So when someone tells you something's a bush bean on a packet, don't believe them.
Why?
Okay, so I got some bush dwarf beans. Dwarf beans.
Dwarf being the operative word.
In front of my cucumbers in the greenhouse. We've had to put bamboo up to hold them up because they decided to start growing in a vine-like way.
So it's not a bush bean.
No. Oh, excuse me. The cucumbers are supposed to come first. What are you playing at?
He said it's a race, and I'm winning.
Like, it's a race, and I'm winning. Yeah, but we want the cucumbers to win. You lot just settle down, children. You know, those are the bats want to see. I like the lady with the big hat when you go to the cinema. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what they're doing right now.
The lady with the big hat when you go to the cinema.
You
That's
know,
funny.
it's like when you sit down in front. Good grief! It's like when an 8-foot person buys the front row ticket. You know, and there's you at all 5 foot, whatever you are, looking there going, excuse me.
And don't you want to go?
You want to swap?
I'm just gonna flop that hot hat off your head. Joe said, "I still love when people grow Peter Pepper. How long can you grow it?" Marlene has several.
I don't know because I haven't seen anything. I haven't seen any of them come up yet. So I'm a little bit concerned they're not coming up. It's either that or Tanny's seen them come up and pulled them out.
No, he wouldn't.
Because if he has, he and I are going to have words.
You're going to box.
And I will be taking up half the greenhouse next year with these things just to wind him up.
Yeah.
Because that's me. That's how mean I can be.
Roll. Yes. Oh, goodness gracious.
You know.
No, I get it. It's one of those. Don't tell me what are you laughing at? Which one?
I've just realized. I've just realized what Joe was saying, and I've just realized what Suburban Hillbilly was saying, and I'm just like.
Between the two of them, yes.
This is why we're friends, okay? Because you guys have the mind of a 10-year-old like I do, you know?
Yes.
Yeah. You know.
I know, it'll just make you giggle.
Oh, seriously.
Giggle. It doesn't matter. It's funny. Oh,
you know, it is funny. At the end of if you can't laugh at life, at the genuine parts of life that are funny and take enjoyment from them, I feel sorry for you. I really do. Exactly. You know?
Annie's planting some garlic. Tomorrow, not tonight. Right now, she's in bed, but tomorrow, when she wakes up, she's going to be planting some garlic.
Hey, awesome! Oh, garlic. Okay, so I've been growing garlic from shop bought garlic for the last 3 years. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Never had any scapes off any of them, and they've never grown bigger than a little one. So perfect for pickling size, like if you do Asian pickled garlic and stuff, like I did the video last year. Perfect for that, which I've got no problem with. All right, because Tanny hates garlic. He can't touch it. He looks like someone's throwing acid in his face if you put it anywhere near him. So you know,
he can't even
it's all mine.
Yeah,
no, he can't even smell it.
Yeah.
So, but I went out there this morning because I know it's normally the solstice, which is yesterday, is when I'll pick the garlic.
Yeah.
I plant it on Halloween and I pick it on solstice, right?
Okay.
I've got scapes.
So this is the first year. But
I've got scapes.
You're taking from the bulbs you're growing, you're taking some of those and replanting. So it's like third generation.
No, these are scapes from the middle of the garlic, which have the flower bud on them, and you can pull that piece out. Don't snap it, because what you can do is end up with bulb rot, but you want to pull it so that it comes out from the base of the garlic and pulls as far out as you can get it. You can cook those separately.
Yes.
Or you can pickle them, of course.
Yes.
It's the first year I've got them. Now, I haven't got big bulbs this year. I've still got baby bulbs, but once that soil's amended, ready for next year.
Yes.
We know what's going to happen.
What I was saying was, you started out like 3 years ago with one store-bought bulb, and you picked it all apart and you put those around. So when
I got 5 of them and started doing them in pots. This is the first time that we've had them in ground. But I actually bought 10 bulbs, because the shop bought ones, they're like 30p each, or you can buy like, I think I was lucky enough to get to the market and I got a bowl of them, like a mixing bowl for £1.
Oh, wow.
It had like 20 garlic bulbs in it, and that's what's in my garden right now.
Nice.
So chuffed to bits with that. I'm going to pickle these ones as well, but they're going to be a white pickle variety rather than the dark pickle variety, because then I can finally feel not guilty or worried about getting into the other ones that I made, because I have replacements.
Did you see what Suburban Hillbilly said?
The green beans I planted were labeled Blue Lake bush beans. Nope, they're a tangled mess of some type of pole beans on the ground. Yeah, see? Yep, see?
Somebody else got it too. Yeah, that is disappointing, because you're already like 3 months in.
Yeah.
Or maybe 2 months from germination till it gets that big, and you start figuring out, hey, this is not what it's supposed to be. And then
what do you think you're doing? Get back down.
Yeah, you're supposed to bush out. Stop doing that viney thing before I cut your head off.
Yeah, because Tony said to me, I thought you put bush beans in here. And I said, I did. He goes, they aren't bush beans. Come here. And he took me out to the garden, and this was like 2 weeks ago, and he had to put bamboo up there. So I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah, like I said, that's very disappointing, because then you have like 8 to 10 weeks invested in it, and start all over again. And that's
you can't pull them out at this point and transplant them either, because it'll wreck the other plants that are growing around them.
Yeah.
And we've got carrots in front of them, and we've got leeks in front of those. There's some marigolds under there. There's radishes behind them. There's the cucumbers behind that. It's a very intensively grown bed for a reason. Every plant in there has a job to do. And, they were put in their position because of the sizings. And so, So now the cucumbers, we have to fight our way in there on the weekend.
Yeah.
Through the triffids, which are the tomato plants that need to be put in the bed.
I like how you say that. You're saying that with like a really guilty face. I really need to get on that and get going.
Yeah. And, I might happen to have like 300 tomato plants that are babies sitting in little pots like this big. And then we put some of them up, and now they're like this big. And we're like, but they're only little pot like that. So they better go in the garden, because otherwise they're not going to be very happy. But,
You going to start borrowing some of your neighbor's space?
Okay, so this is kind of a crafty thing. I have found a place that sells reclaimed pallet wood.
Oh.
Okay. And pallet wood is really good quality wood, actually. And I thought, if I can get, and you can get it fairly cheaply, so that's a really good thing. I'm going to use that to build the fence around the front garden. Okay. But we're going to do it the same way as we built the bookcase that you see all my books on.
Yeah.
So instead of the slats being upright and blocking the sun, they're going to be that way, so we can put containers on them and vertically grow up the fence.
Oh, there you go.
Without blocking too much sun into the garden.
Yes.
Which means...
Drum roll.
I should technically be able to get a lot more tomato plants in on the garden.
That's
they'll be
hanging. Yeah.
Yeah. I think I did 15 varieties of tomatoes this year. For those of you who don't know, I've got a 8-foot by 10 space in my front garden and a 15 by 21 space in my back garden, which is mostly taken up with a greenhouse, a shed, a table, a potting table, and trees. So
all that.
I've got a few
things going on here. That's crazy.
But the idea is that the extras I give to a group here in York that takes those seedlings and gives them to people who are using the food banks, so that they've got some food security at home and can grow their own food. So I'm good with that. I know it sounds like a ridiculous amount, and it is a ridiculous amount, and I don't care. I really don't care. I can get new seeds next year,
Yeah. Yes.
But
Oh, wait. You don't
yeah,
need to get new seeds. I've seen your seed stockpile. Okay. You got a few, girl. You don't need to buy anymore. I'm not saying anything
I
bad
don't
because
need this negativity in my life. Who do you think you're
I am
talking
a seed addict as well. I have like 10 seed books down here. So
to?
I'm sure whatever you bought and that you planted, you probably bought 2 or 3 packs of the same thing just to make sure. Because that's,
I might
don't look at
have.
me like that, Blue. She's like, stop giving up my game, Ginger. Stop telling on me. I don't know
Well,
who
you
you
go off some people.
You're so funny. Oh my gosh, that's funny. Yeah.
Yes, I have a
There's
few seeds. Yes, I
there's
do.
quite a
But
few in the chat. There's quite a few seed addicts in the chat. So they're
yeah,
all laughing because they do the same exact thing, I'm sure.
but see, the thing is, right? A lot of my seeds are about 5 years old at this point, and they're in open packets. Some of them are open packets, some of them aren't. So, and they're not really kept in a very cool space because we don't really have a cool space except for the freezer. And our freezer is a tiny little box freezer that's like 2 feet by 2 feet. It's a tiny thing. So I don't really have room to keep my seeds in there because if I did that, there'd be no room for food
Oh
because
wow.
I might have a few packets of seeds. I'm just
Yeah.
saying.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
what I've done this year is I've literally grabbed the oldest seeds I have and thrown them in the ground and gone, do what you do.
Yeah. Whatever. Yeah.
Do what you do.
Yeah. It
And if
is
you ain't going to do
literally
it, well, that's
survival.
cool too.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to cry about it. If it doesn't come up, it doesn't come up. The ones that I am going to cry about, and I will say this right now, all right? You can get blight resistant tomato seeds, and blight resistance. There are things like Crimson Crush and Crimson Plum, and I think Crimson Cherry. Okay, they're the 3. So you've got Crimson Crush is the little round ones like the salad tomatoes. Then you got your Crimson Cherry, speaks for itself. Crimson Plum again speaks for itself. It's like the Roma style. £7 I spent on a packet, got 25 seeds. Do you think one germinated?
No.
Not one.
Not one?
Not one germinated.
Why is it always those ones that you want so bad? I've got a packet of seeds that I bought and then I shared some of them. Actually, I had 2 packets, and this was a couple of years ago, of Armenian cucumbers. Have you ever seen them?
Yes.
They're absolutely beautiful, and I wanted to try them. I love cucumbers, so I wanted to try them. I can get them to germinate a little. It's only a very few of them have germinated, and they get so big and then they die off. This year, however, 3 plants have survived and they are vining and flowering. So I am like babying them to the hilt, hoping I can get some more because I have no more of the seeds now.
Yeah.
The Armenian cucumber seeds are gone. So that's crazy.
Yeah.
Carlene, we'll see you later. If you're still in here, go fix hubby some lunch. I'm sure he will be
hon.
so grateful for it.
Yes. And Vay's place is going to because she's got chores to do.
Okay. Thank you very much for stopping in, both of you. We greatly appreciate it. We definitely do. Annie's got lots of good stuff coming up. My favorite bush bean seeds, low germination rate, and the goat ate the seedlings. Valley Parks, really? Oh my gosh, I would not be happy about that. I say that, but I planted some sunflowers, which we kind of talked about this last night. I planted some sunflowers. 1 germinated. Tiffany brought 3 sunflowers because we're doing a shared garden. 3 sunflowers that were volunteers from last year. We put them in the garden, and a bunny ate all 4. We have no sunflowers now. I know. That's a crime.
That's rude.
Yes, it is. And
that's rude, man.
We'll be very quiet because we're hunting rabbits.
I would be saying, So, Friday dinner, that's pie, and I get a new set of slippers.
Yes.
For winter. Nice.
Nice.
Nice little rabbit skin moccasins. Yep.
Oh,
That's a good one.
yes. Looks like Jane has popped in. I don't know. I'm sorry if I missed you. You might have been here for a while. I'm sorry. I'm trying to catch up on chat right now.
Yeah.
Suburban Hillbilly said, my new plan is to wait for that one big flush and cut them down, pick them all at once, and replant with another brand of seed for fall. That's a great idea. At least you'll get something and then be able to replant what you really intended to plant initially, which So
see, a couple of weeks ago, Bam and I spent some time in the kitchen, in the garden, and
hey, Jan.
And we planted up everything. Now a lot of the stuff out the front has gone in very late, or late for us for here, right?
Yeah.
But my corn is now that tall.
Oh, nice.
And my pole beans are coming up.
Oh, I like pole beans. There's a lot of people that don't like pole beans. I did.
What's the matter with them? They did, but seriously, I mean, like, it's food.
They're
dude.
good.
You know, it's food.
I like them.
Yeah,
I like them.
Me too. But my sunflower seeds, I haven't seen any of those. I haven't seen any of the amaranth, but I think the facilis, which are the Cape gooseberries, I think you guys call them ground cherries. I think they're coming up.
Yes. Oh, nice.
But the pumpkins and the courgettes / zucchinis are showing their little heads. So very chuffed about that.
It's so awesome. It's so awesome when you get to see stuff, you know, and you're so excited to see them come up. You want to nurture them every step of the way to make sure they come in.
Because they're your babies, and if anyone hurts them, you're going to go all Mother Tiger on their butts.
Yes, it's going to be a very, very sad day for you people if you mess with my seedlings that I'm babying all the way. So Baseball said I need to start my microgreens again. Yes. I don't know if we would be able to do that here right now. It's just really, really hot. Tiffany had tried, and they just didn't. It just didn't work out because it's hard around here to have a controlled environment when you're off grid. It really is. So maybe we'll try it again when it gets to be like the beginning of fall or something like that.
Yeah, you can do a chop and drop in the fall and in the autumn, and then it'll be fine. It'll be great. One person that my brain has just connected that I actually saw them in chat, and that's Jane Osborne. And I'm really sorry, darling, that I didn't say hello to you earlier. It's only just connected in my brain now that you were there. I am so sorry, sweetheart. I'm not ignoring you, I promise.
It might have sounded like I said Jan because Jan left and then she came back in and then Jan came in. So I had said hi to Jane and Jan. Hi, Jan, being back. Hi, Jane Osborne, for coming in. Thank you.
It just connected in one.
No, it's okay.
Welcome to the land of the
squirrel. The land of the squirrel. Yes. Thank you, Suburban Hillbilly. The term hoarding does not apply to seeds, fabric, yarn.
No, it does not.
So I am 100% behind that statement. And I like it.
Books. It doesn't include books.
Books. Yes. Yes. No. Because you can do nothing but stock up your library. Hello. That's good for you. Hello, people. That is good for you. Said she's willing to take any seeds off your hand that you don't need. Now, did you say goodbye to Mona when she was leaving? I think you did.
I didn't. No, I'm sorry.
Mona, I'm so sorry. If you're still in here, have a good day. Thank you so much for stopping in. We appreciate it.
Is that Rushing Wind Mountain? What a cool name. I'm loving these names that keep popping up.
I think I connected with them last night too. They were in our live when we were on with Michelle.
Hey, nice.
Nice. Very good. Thank you for coming in.
That is very cool.
Yes.
That is very, very cool.
Absolutely. I do like that as well. Tiffany was going, I like that name. I like that name. She really likes
Yeah.
that name too. There's a lot of good names out there for channels.
Yeah. See, that someone had just then that they would put weed suppressant mat down.
Mm-hmm.
And okay. And I know a lot of people are doing that now, but
Mm-hmm.
actually, if you companion plant your beds right, you shouldn't need it. And the other thing is that the weeds actually tell you what's wrong with the soil.
Mm.
Certain weeds and plants like that will only grow in certain soil specifications.
Yeah.
And that you can look at them and go, right, if that's growing there, then I know to do that. Like, for example, if you've got dandelions growing,
Mm-hmm.
it's normally because your soil's compacted and it's too acidic.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it will be very acidic soil, and you won't find anything else growing there except for maybe nettles.
Yeah.
Now, if you've got those
Always
two
grow
things
side
and
by side.
nothing else, that means you've got compacted soil with very little nutrition except for acid. And it means also that you won't have any calcium in that soil. So you need to get some calcium in the soil, drop the acidity, or put plants in there that like the acidity, like tomatoes and basil and stuff like that. Or you're kind of, nightshades. Thanks, Mom.
Yes.
And, you can do
No, I
something
just
about
love
the
how you
amendment of the
say
soil.
it.
Yeah, the stinging nettles do hurt, but do you know what? Okay, Tiff, you're going to love this, right? Number one, you can eat them. Okay, so you can eat nettles
I
because
see some. Yeah, I
it's
saw
like
some.
it's like a spinach. Okay.
Mhm.
The other thing is that for centuries, and I mean probably millennial centuries, people
Mhm.
have made cloth with nettles.
That
With
was
the
what you
silk.
wanted to do, right?
Yes.
Yes, I knew
That's what
that.
it is. So you can make string with it, really good quality string, and then you can also make it. You can spin it even further down, and make it threads and actually weave with it.
Mm.
It's
Wow. So you can
incredible
make a
stuff.
yarn out of it too?
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
I had to give in a use weed barrier, the nutsedge and yeah. No, I get that. Hey Joe. Hey Joe, what do you know?
I don't know.
I had to. I
Hello.
don't get to do that often.
Hey, I know that guy. Joe Fix It For You.
No.
Piggy
But
Piddle
yeah,
says,
so nettles
howdy,
are
Joe
a
Fix It
really,
For You.
really useful thing to have if you've got them growing wild.
Mm-hmm.
And like nettle seeds
yeah.
are also really good. You can use them herbally, and they're really a good topical as well, like medicinally.
Yeah.
So always a good thing to keep an eye up on. And if you've got them, if you don't want them where they are, just pull them out. But they do grow like brambles and like mint have runners.
Yes.
Nettles do
down,
that too.
and then they do up.
Nettles have runners. I didn't know they had runners on their roots like that.
I'm still wondering how to get them out of the ground without getting, shredded. Your hands.
Oh, okay. So
how do, Seeker?
Hey, Seeker. How you doing, honey?
Where's our Nerf Tony?
I don't know where our Nerf. He's probably asleep. I made a boo-boo yesterday. I rang him up. I thought he would be awake, right? Because it was like probably about 2 hours from now, right? And I actually woke him up.
Uh-oh.
Because I forgot the kids were off school.
Oh.
And so he and Patty were having a lie-in, and I'm like ringing him up, going, help, I need help with this.
Oh, gosh.
I felt so awful. But yeah.
Oh, okay. So there you go. Dig slightly around the soil level and pull from there. No stickers on the part that grows underground, just the above ground stuff.
Yeah,
okay.
There's two ways of dealing with nettles. Either you glove yourself up and dress like you are, going in for a hazmat suit situation, right? Okay. Or you have to grab them tightly. Okay, they will not get you if you grab them really tightly. It's only when you brush past them that the nettly hairy bits get you. Yes, you'll probably get a couple of them, but they're not that big a deal. I mean, the Romans used to beat themselves with them to improve circulation on their legs.
Oh, okay. I don't
because
think
that's
so.
actually what happens.
I think I'll go to a masseuse for that. I'm not going to beat
No,
myself with a
I'm
nettle.
not one for a birchwood or nettles lashing, thanks.
Yeah,
Just for
no.
health reasons. But you know, it's a thing. And what it did was because they got the nettle rash on their legs and stuff. Okay, so the blood would rush to those spots, increasing their circulation, making it better and making them stronger, which was really good thing. Really.
Yeah.
Except we have other things for that these days, and we can be a little bit more civilized about things.
Yes, we don't. Yes. Good morning, just doing our best. I just saw a couple of comments from you, and I didn't even realize it snuck in. Hello.
Homegrown acupuncture. Yeah, homegrown acupuncture, literally.
Yes.
Seeker's been ill.
Uh-oh.
I thought he'd been quiet.
I'm sorry, I missed that.
Yeah, been quite ill last 2 weeks. Sorry, not around. Still not right, but alive. Will probably disappear again. Look, dude, seriously, you do you.
Yes. Wishing you the best.
So look after yourselves, okay?
On. Much love to you.
Yeah.
And healing. Yes.
Yes.
Goodness.
We need you around, dude.
Yes. He is awesome.
Yes, he is.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, Valley Parks is buffering. I'm so sorry.
Oh no. Acupuncture fix my knees.
Just saying. Okay, Suburban Hillbilly. Now,
fantastic.
If dandelion indicates compacted soil, we are living in lack of soil land because we do have dandelion a lot. Yeah. So
see, clay soil, even though people go, oh no, it's really awful, you can't grow in that, right? Actually, you can. And you want to have some level of clay in there because clay soil is so full of minerals.
Yeah.
And essential minerals and vitamin, you know, all of that kind of really good stuff that you do want to have some level of clay soil happening in your garden anyway.
Yeah.
And it is possible to grow well with it. But you need to work with it, not against it.
Yeah.
You know, so what you guys have done with your raised beds is brilliant because you're still going to get all of that coming up into the soil that you've got there.
Mm-hmm.
And the root vegetables are going to go down to it.
Yeah.
And then all the roots are going to break down into it. So I would like, if it was me, when it comes to harvesting all of them up and getting it ready for winter and the next growing season and all of that sort of stuff, I would just chop everything off at the soil, so that those roots stay breaking up that clay, so that it breaks it up and helps to break it up and brings in more of those nutrients into that soil. So those roots are there doing that. Once you've cut it off at the base, it's going to rot down into your bed with those minerals intact. Which is, you can't ask for a better kind of soil amendment, really. I mean, let's be honest.
My favorite part about the clay soil is taking the worms, the red wigglers, and putting them in a certain spot. Or sometimes Joey will move something under the shed, and it'll be like a cardboard box or, you know, one of the galvanized tubs. Yeah. You lift that up. And you see a bunch of worms, right? And it's clay under there. You get the worms, but if you feel that soil, what they've done to that clay, they are such hard workers. And all it is like they've turned it all into worm castings. And I just scoop it up and the worms, and then I go put it out in the gardens everywhere, keep repurposing it.
Why not?
Yes.
Nothing wrong with that. Because that's what you want. Like Suburban Hillbilly says, clay soil is nutrient dense. That is exactly what it is.
Yes.
and it's brilliant stuff. It's just plants have trouble pulling up those nutrients because it's so hard for their roots to get through.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
and sometimes you have to be careful because if you water, the area around the plant becomes like a clay pot.
Yes.
Literally, and it drowns it.
Yes.
So you have to be super, super careful.
But yeah, wood chips are a very good idea, actually, piggies. Oh, you're welcome, buddy.
Yes, I love his little minion avatar. That's so cute.
That's what he looks like in real life, I'm just saying.
No, he does not. You're storying us.
Little bit. Okay, so he's not yellow, he's purple.
Okay. Yep. Well, that makes all the difference, Blue. Oh, so just in case if you're new in here, Craft and Chat, we do it every Thursday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We alternate weeks. This week we're on Not For Nothing Homestead. Next week we'll be on Blue's channel at Blue's Self-Reliance. So make sure that you are connected to Blue as well and hit the all bell notification. And if you would like to send us any pictures, again, Seeker has been the star of several shows. He does a lot of fantastic things that he makes on. He has 2 different types of printers. And tell me what they are again. I forget.
3D printers. So he's got a 3D printer for the plastics, and he's also got a resin printer as well.
Resin. That's what I was.
A lot of work with those, and some of his work is just incredible.
Absolutely
amazing. Yeah.
Yes. So make sure, and if you connect with him, you'll be able to find him. I believe on Instagram as well.
Yep.
You can go through it and look at all the stuff that he's done. But we've shared crochet, knitting, charcuterie boards that my daughter made, some sewing stuff that Blue's made, quilting, whatever craft or whatever it is that you've made, like the 4Rs collaboration. If you've taken something and made it into something else, recycled it and repurposed it, show us what you did. Send us pictures of before and after, and we will be happy to feature them here on the channel. I mean, one day, I think it was a couple of weeks ago, one of our lives from beginning to end, and I think we went almost an hour and a half. All we did was show pictures. That's how many pictures we've gotten showing other people's crafts. Absolutely amazing. So
absolutely.
We'll be on Blue's channel, and it's 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And what time is it for you, Blue?
It's 3 p.m. BST, so British summertime.
Yes, Suburban Hillbilly. Yes, garden picks.
Yes, garden picks, cake picks. If you're making fancy cookies, if you've made a fancy cake, if you've made a fail fancy cake, we don't care. We want to see it. We want all of the pictures.
Yes.
Problem is about Phil's Blue's house. We'll need another picture.
Recipient. I love all the Littlefoot stuff of the Land Before Time.
I know, it's gorgeous.
And Blue is a dinosaur fanatic. She loves her dinosaurs. So, oh, look, Annie. Pick me. That's awesome. All right, guys. So I think we're going to wrap it up for today. This has been a wonderful talk. We had no pictures to show at all, but we got to get in and
shenanigans, people.
And shenanigans, yes. And just chit chat with everybody. It has been great, Sharon. And thank you for the information on that soil. And don't forget that website too. And maybe if you can send it to me, Blue, the link, I can actually add it in the description box so people can go back and get it from the description box.
Absolutely. Let me see.
We have tonight.
Before I forget it.
Oh, yes. Tonight we have Homestead Hangout. So it's going to start with Gillum Family Farms at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's going to go to White Rock Nation at 7 p.m. Muddin' for Nothing, which is mine and Tiffany's channel, at 8. At 9, these are all in Eastern Standard Time. At 9 is 9 Acre Family Farms, follows us. And then rounding it up at 10 o'clock is Kettle Kitchen. So it's like hump day. I'm not hump day. Homestead Hangout Thursday. So if you guys feel so inclined, please come check us out this evening. That's always a hoot and a good time too.
And if you're like me and on a completely different time frame from these guys, I love you, Ginger. You know I do, but you know I need my sleeps.
Oh no, I completely agree with you.
But I always do watch the replays, and I really, really love them. So you know, you can always go back and watch it again.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. What do you have coming up, Miss Blue?
Me, I have a live that I'm doing tomorrow. I'm going to be doing Friday lives, but they're going to be more of a generalized chat. Like,
so that'll be tomorrow.
So yeah, that's going to be tomorrow, 4 o'clock BST, which is like 20 minutes ago. Whatever the time was, 20 minutes ago.
11
you are. There you go. You're right.
11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Convert it from there if you're Central or
I mean, we're going to go with it because, like, see where it goes. I mean, like, we've always done the budgeting live on the Friday, and we were going to do the wellness for healthiness lives on there, but we've moved that to a completely separate channel now, and those videos will start coming out from next week.
Nice.
But I'm going to still be doing some kind of theme to it, whether it's something to do with homesteading or life in general or budgeting or something.
Or just come in and chat.
It could just be shenanigans. So who knows?
Sometimes people just want to come in and shoot the bull, and that's good too. There you go. Yes.
I mean, how many times have like our conversations gone from starting with, you know, talking about craft and stuff and then gone on to talking about babies and bringing up toddlers and stuff, you know?
Yes, like, that was a good day, though. Man, that hour went by that day like that. So, yeah.
Sometimes that's just the way the conversation flies, and I'm cool with doing stuff like that. That's not a problem at all. But, yeah, that will be coming up tomorrow. Brew with Blue on a Friday, 4 p.m. my time, 11 p.m. her time, and whatever you are in between all of that. So, yeah.
11 a.m. 11 a.m. All right, guys, we'll let you go. You all take care and have a blessed weekend. And say shoot the bull, and I think canning ground beef. Because we love to put everything in a jar. That's probably why we both think along the same way.
Hey, Glenda, we're about to sign off anyway, darling. You're all good.
Oh, yes. Hey, Glenda. Oh, my gosh. Okay, before we go, Glenda, I sent you an email as I was drifting off to sleep at like, it was probably midnight. And I was like, oh my gosh, I have got to send her an email and thank her. She got a recipe to me that I have been looking for. Sorry, my computer was about to die. She got a recipe to me. I could not believe she had it. I've been looking for it. It's a Pampered Chef recipe. I've been looking for it literally for the last 3 weeks, online everywhere. I've dug through all of my old Pampered Chef books. She had it. And I was like, what? Send it to me, please. And she did. And I am so stinking excited. So great big round of applause to
round of applause. Woo!
From Grace and Fire for being so stinking awesome. I love it. Okay, now we can go.
Now we can go.
Yes. All right, guys, take care. We love you. And hopefully we'll see you tonight at Homestead Hangout and tomorrow on Blue's Brew with Blue. All right. Yay! Take care.
Bye.
Thank you all for coming in. Thank you, mods, very, very much.